Greenhouse gas emissions are emissions of greenhouse gases that cause climate change by creating a greenhouse effect in the Earth's atmosphere. These emissions mainly include carbon dioxide emissions from combustion of fossil fuels, principally coal, petroleum and natural gas. However, these also include deforestation and other changes in land use. A 2017 survey of corporations responsible for global emissions found that 100 companies were responsible for 71% of global direct and indirect emissions, and that state-owned companies were responsible for 59% of their emissions. There are multiple types of greenhouse gases, so different emissions come from different sectors. For example, the leading source of anthropogenic methane emissions is agriculture, closely followed by gas venting and fugitive emissions from the fossil fuel industry. Traditional rice cultivation is the second biggest agricultural methane source after livestock, with a near-term warming impact equivalent to the carbon dioxide emissions from all aviation. Similarly, fluorinated gases from refrigerants play an outsized role in total human emissions. At current emission rates, temperatures could increase by 2 degrees Celsius, which the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change designated as the upper limit, to avoid a dangerous threshold of worldwide environmental ruin by 2036. Carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, and perfluorocarbons are the major anthropogenic greenhouse gases, 147, and are regulated under the Kyoto Protocol International Treaty, which came into force in 2005. Emissions limitations specified in the Kyoto Protocol expired in 2012. The Cancun Agreement, agreed on in 2010, includes voluntary pledges made by 76 countries to control emissions. At the time of the agreement, these 76 countries were collectively responsible for 85% of annual global emissions. Although CFCs are greenhouse gases, they are regulated by the Montreal Protocol, which was motivated by CFCs' contribution to ozone depletion rather than by their contribution to global warming. Note that ozone depletion has only a minor role in greenhouse warming, though the two processes often are confused in the media. In 2016, negotiators from over 170 nations meeting at the summit of the United Nations Environment Programme reached a legally binding accord to phase out hydrofluorocarbons in an amendment to the Montreal Protocol. There are several ways of measuring greenhouse gas emissions. For example, see World Bank 362 for tables of national emissions data. Some variables that have been reported include: these measures are sometimes used by countries to assert various policy, ethical positions on climate change. 94 The use of different measures leads to a lack of comparability, which is problematic when monitoring progress towards targets. There are arguments for the adoption of a common measurement tool, or at least the development of communication between different tools. Emissions may be measured over long time periods. This measurement type is called historical or cumulative emissions. Cumulative emissions give some indication of who is responsible for the buildup in the atmospheric concentration of greenhouse gases. 199 The national accounts balance would be positively related to carbon emissions. The national accounts balance shows the difference between exports and imports. For many richer nations, such as the United States, the accounts balance is negative because more goods are imported than they are exported. This is mostly due to the fact that it is cheaper to produce goods outside of developed countries, leading the economies of developed countries to become increasingly dependent on services and not goods. We believed that a positive accounts balance would mean that more production was occurring in a country, so more factories working would increase carbon emission levels. Emissions may also be measured across shorter time periods. Emissions changes may, for example, be measured against a base year of 1990. 1990 was used in the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change as the base year for emissions, and is also used in the Kyoto Protocol. 146. 149 A country's emissions may also be reported as a proportion of global emissions for a particular year. Another measurement is of per capita emissions. This divides a country's total annual emissions by its mid-year population. 370 per capita emissions may be based on historical or annual emissions. 106 to 107. While cities are sometimes considered to be disproportionate contributors to emissions, per capita emissions tend to be lower for cities than the averages in their countries. Since about 1750, human activity has increased the concentration of carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. As of 2001, measured atmospheric concentrations of carbon dioxide were 100 ppm higher than pre-industrial levels. Natural sources of carbon dioxide are more than 20 times greater than sources due to human activity.